Hello guys, it is your boy Kells, and I'm here bringing you another video for Bleach Soul Resonance. There isn't too much to talk about today. Today will be short and sweet. We're going to do some cleanup on the Orihime event, do some discussions about some of the extra pay skins you could get for the SR characters that has gone live on the SEA server already, and I believe the Chinese version of the game. But the global version will not receive it until after maintenance. And at this point in time, it's 6:20 EST, so 8-9 hours. Anyhow, let's get down to business. First and foremost, as always, let's check with our event calendar. I still have to do a training supplies, no big deal. Phase plan's done, don't need to worry about that. Looking at our calendar for the week, Frenzy Feast, I still need to do that, and additionally, go over it with you guys. For anyone who's hit level 65, you may have noticed there's now a third character you have to challenge, which may make it more or less difficult to rank. We have the Battle Rewind and the Co-op campaign, which just shifted to this Sand Castle guy. So, that's what we have there. Looking at the main events, Mirror Treasure event, Bingo Scratch Off as always and ever. I don't quite have enough tickets yet. We'll get to it. Fated Meeting. Again, everyone, please grind your stamps. Character Trial. That hasn't changed. It will for Gin, who is confirmed to come out next. Now we have the Snowball Assault. Thankfully, I've already completed it, but it looks incomplete due to the fact that I'm on BlueStacks. So, Culinary Whimsies. For Orihime. We'll get to her in a moment. So, jumping over to some of the news. As you can see here on the official Soul Resonance page, on the SEA version of the game, if you purchase the skin, you can use it in the overworld. You edit your icon in the character box, and I imagine you apply it the same way you change your nameplate. No, never mind. There you go. It's right in the character menu where you can apply it. What else do we have on here? That looks really nice. Oh, poor Rukia. No, this skin looks excellent. It's scary when they start dropping them for the premium characters because those may be more tempting. And then the second part of news. So, regarding sales. I'm going to have to link Aaron Nero, or maybe we'll pull his video up in my own video because he also referenced this as well as Giku and many other Bleach tubers. And this is extremely cool because what you can see here is that I believe this is for the month of December across the Chinese, SEA, and global version of the games, obviously iOS and Android platforms. $10.5 million was grossed. This is just awesome. I'm going to assume that this is a month-over-month change. Let's see here. Yeah, there's Lone. He's commenting. Well, I know I left a comment. Whether or not anyone actually responded to me is the question. And I don't use Twitter enough to understand how to look through the comments, so we'll come back. Well, one more try. Okay, nope. Oh gosh, get me out of this Twitter hell. This is why I never got here on this train. Anyhow, so assuming that this is month over month, if the iOS sales grew 100%, then obviously doubling your sales in 1 month, 125% for Android. That's just incredible. What's going on here? Okay, America, EMEA, which may be SEA, APAC, maybe Chinese, but okay, that's clearly Chinese. The Chinese version of the game, the American, Emirates, maybe? APAC. Don't know what these where these fall under SEA, but regardless, you can see the sales are split out by each section. So let's start from the top down. The Chinese version of the game on both platforms, iOS and Android, sales remain steady month over month, which is not bad because worst case, you are where you started, and the most immediate prediction of your performance would be the immediate month prior. So the fact that it stayed flat is obviously better to the alternative where sales would have failed on the Chinese version of the game. And I have learned from watching other YouTubers that the developer of this Crunchyroll game is a Chinese company, and since it's a Chinese company and the Chinese version of the app, it should be considered their primary experience or their primary concern. Um, Seeing sales net neutral is definitely not bad because the Chinese space of gaming, the gacha space, is much more competitive than um, the other nations: United States, Europe, Italy, Europe, etc. Um, so this isn't necessarily bad, and I think that this does bode well because in a prior picture, which I don't have my source right now, um, the sales for Bleach Soul Resonance in China even surpassed or were nearly equal to the Naruto mobile game. So this is looking good. And then here we go down for the America version. Obviously, on iOS, sales grew 100%. That's incredible. Generally speaking, across apps and all platforms, the iOS platform yields a little bit more money. But seeing this growth on the Android version of the app, that's awesome because you grew an additional 25%. You grew 125%. So that's great. Here we coming down 500 grand, 150%, 200%. Interestingly, for APAC, assuming that this is the month over month change, 11% on iOS, still growth. Happy to see that, and 66% on the Android version. That's awesome. And so since the game launched late November and it's still very fresh, obviously sales in the first 6 months may be more important than sales in the last 6 months. So to see that the sales are growing month over month, it grossed a total of $10.5 million. That is a great sign to the developers that what they are doing, the community, the interactions they are maintaining with the community are going over well, and quite frankly, they are being rewarded. Again, we reviewed some of the changes they're making to events to optimize your corridor stamp keys to increase the rewards earned through events, and they're just doing everything they can to make this an exceptional game, and I think it shows. So that's all I wanted to say about the sales. I'm going to try and find the source for how they find this. I would like to find this information myself. I don't like just a screenshot. It'd be nice to vet the company to understand how these sales were gathered. I'm not sure if they can somehow pull sales directly from the App Store, but anyhow, that should be everything. Yeah, this was news we went over yesterday. I'm not sure if these events are live on SEA or the Chinese version of the game yet. Hopefully they'll be on global tomorrow, soon. We'll see. Hell, I'll go and check the game news now. Anyway, thank you. All right, let's get into the Orihime event. I lost it. What are we cooking up? Funny enough, I truly enjoy cooking myself. It's a fun experience. The hardest part of cooking is always finding the recipe, but thankfully Orihime should do it for us. So let's make some super hot rock and roll ramen. What does she want? Spicy fried food, some ramen, and a Chinese dish. Super spicy. Tempura should be Chinese, right? We'll find out. And spicy fried food. Super spicy dumplings. Awesome. We got it. Recipe is correct. We need 4 to 6 saltiness, 7 to 9. Light saltiness, normal spiciness. Okay, Orihime. Oh no, my blue stack controls came up. Oh well, ignore that for a little while, guys. Add. Are we capped on that? No, we're not. Ingredient. Really? Okay. Then what we'll do, cheat the system. Spiciness is where we want it. Saltiness, not quite. And there we go. Let's stir the pot. No, we didn't get to see the ladle. Oh well, flawless. Only because of you guys. All right. Thank you, Orihime. Oh, cancel. At step 1, the total flavor falls. Super spicy hell ramen. Try predicting the flavor level of this dish. Saltiness between 4 and 6. I honestly don't understand what we're looking at here. What are we supposed to do? After finishing, a cooking log will be created if used ingredients whose flavors have not been fully deduced. In the cooking log, you can deduce their flavor. You need to deduce the flavor based on how the taste changes. You can only deduce the target dish flavor if the ingredient has other flavors not part of the target. Those cannot be deduced. So I suppose what they're saying is you're, like in chemistry, separating the different matter based on its density. So now I have to figure out how to do that in the game. After deducing the flavor profile of the ingredient, the log entry disappears regardless of whether you deduce it right or wrong. So how do we deduce it? Click, click. At step 1, at step 2, step 3. I don't see any of the numbers changing. Okay. Get us out of here, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna confirm because quite frankly I don't know what was happening in there. Okay, milky flavor, a dessert with sauce, and spicy veggies. Spicy veggies. A dessert covered with sauce. What is that? A cheese dorayaki. That sounds pretty much like a dessert. Orange soda. No. Donut. And spicy veggies. Kimchi looks spicy to me. Is that what that is? I can't see it over the... Anyway, over the letters. But we'll get by. Yep, that's what she wanted. We are cooking through the kitchen, whipping it up. Okay, normal sourness and normal sweetness. Ketchup's kind of tart, right, guys? Normal sourness and normal sweetness. But it needs to be extremely sweet, so... Yeah, we're going to do the cheese dorayaki. I know you want some sour. And now we need a bit of each. Unnecessary flavors. Spice. Okay. We'll start over, guys. Doop. I know we're going to get in trouble for doing this. Boil it, see what happens. Stir the ladle. 100 points. Hopefully we... Oh, flawless. If we get another cookbook, to be deduced, what happens? I don't understand what we do, so we're going to stay out of there. Hearty grilled fish. Grainy texture and shaped like a fallen leaf. So, can't have grilled fish without grilled fish. Grainy texture like red hearts. Red potatoes, maybe? Salted potatoes? I can't read it. Shaped like fallen leaves. Dried citrus. I could go for some citrus. Some orange juice sounds heavenly. Light sweetness, normal saltiness. Corn, fish, salted plum. Man, let's see what happens. And just a little bit more. We somehow cheated it to where we needed to be. Let's get this over with. Orihime, what we got going? Successful. Not perfect, but successful. Which, you know what? We'll take that. A verdant seafood pizza. You know, I take my pizza very serious. I would never put seafood on it. And 2025 rocked my world, actually. First time I tried jalapenos on pizza. Incredible. Okay, we need pizza, green colored food, and a seafood snack. Takoyaki? Awesome. Normal sweetness, light spiciness. Wasabi, what do you do? Did that move anything? I can't tell. Yeah, it did. Normal sweetness, light spiciness. What would be unnecessary flavors? Salt. Okay. Wait. You know what? Maybe we can remove Did that not add anything? Well, we can't do this anyway because of the salt, so irrelevant. I was going to try and cut the salt or the spicy flavor with the water, but we'll try that after. That didn't do that. Doesn't taste that sweet, doesn't taste that spicy. Then we'll take it out. Not sweet enough, not spicy enough, unwanted flavor. So we cannot use that item unless we cut it out. What happens if we add water? It removes the sweetness and maybe even the spiciness. Salt. Pizza does have a lot of salt. I'll give you that, Orihime. Now we want raw sweetness. And the donuts will not do that for us. I don't want to do chili powder, but I think our back's against the wall, boys. Yes, flawless. Exiting that because we don't read, and we're done now, right? Notes. Oh, cool. Free rewards, right? Oh, we can cook all this, unlock bonus stuff, most likely. Ingredients. Have to unlock this stuff. No, I just have to use it, and I never did. Oh, that's okay. I'm not too bothered with these rewards right now. But this is how you would unlock them. Okay, I see. We'll come back to that. Let's check our event progress. We technically have finished it, but we haven't collected all of our rewards. So, like if we wanted to do this. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have a perfect score, but that's okay. Life's not perfect. Notice how I get all the sweet dishes correct and fail for anything else. That says a lot about me, guys. Okay, leaving the Orihime event. I'll do this off screen. Reward 69%. It was fate, guys. Fate. Thank you. Oh, didn't collect all of them at once. Weird. Thank you. Okay, Orihime's done. We have gone over some of the sales. I still need to do Frenzy Feast, so let's close this out real quick. Looking at Frenzy Feast. Okay, so I will be back to go over this with you guys in another video, and I hope everyone has an amazing night. Happy New Year's. Had my first coffee of 2026. Let me guys tell you, Red Owl is the way. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.